Hi Cooking Cronies. Today I'm going to make taco sliders. So there's really not a recipe per se of exact ingredients. So we're just going to talk it through. So what I'm starting with today are the Hawaiian King or the King's Hawaiian savory butter rolls, and I've gotten these instead of the sweet ones. I'm just not a fan of the sweet ones. I've already prepared my baking dish with some parchment paper, and I've sprayed it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the rolls out of this container and cut them in half horizontally. And what I have going as well on my stove is about 2 tablespoons of butter that I'm melting, and I'm going to add some flavoring to that. So I'm going to lower the camera so that you can see what I'm doing here, hopefully. Okay, so with a serrated knife, I'm going to cut this bread. Okay, my butter is done, so I'm just going to turn that off. So I'm cutting the tops, basically the tops off of the rolls. And use a serrated knife when you're cutting bread. All right, I'm going to save the tops for a little bit later. But meanwhile, I'm going to put my bottom part of the rolls in my little baking pan. So I have pre-cooked some hamburger meat and seasoned it with taco seasoning. So that was done ahead of time, which makes this recipe even quicker. I purchased some queso salsa at the grocery store. So that's what I'm going to spread first on my rolls. Okay. So I'm just going to get a spoon and scoop this out onto the rolls, and you see I'm just spreading it, and I will do that until this bottom layer is totally covered, and this will help hold the meat in place as well. And you notice I did not separate the rolls. I left them as one piece, basically. And what I'm going to do, and how you serve this actually is just do your shredded lettuce, just like you would a taco. Have your shredded lettuce. If you like avocado on your tacos, have sliced avocado, sliced tomatoes, you know, whatever it is that you like on your tacos. So that's going to do that for now. Then I'm going to put this ground beef seasoned with taco seasoning. Okay. So I'm just going to use my fingers to spread it evenly over these rolls. So there's not a lot of measuring to do. You just follow the directions on the taco seasoning packet and let it cook. Like I said, I did this ahead of time, and it was in the refrigerator, and I thought, well, let's do something different for a change. And I thought I would try this. I've read lots of recipes on the sliders and different types of sliders. And I thought, well, okay, this is going to be my own version of it. And I'm sure we'll love it. You can alter the ingredients based on your liking. So this looks like it's pretty well covered. We like a lot of meat. So this is almost 1.5 pounds of meat that we used, and it's real lean meat. So there we go. So let me wash my hands real quickly. Okay, and what I'm going to do with the butter, I'm going to season it a little bit with some garlic powder and a little bit of cumin as well. So put this here so that you can see what I'm doing. Okay, this is the garlic powder that I use and the cumin that I use. And what I'm going to do is just give a couple of shakes in there. Probably not even 1/4 teaspoon. And the same amount of cumin. If you don't like cumin, leave that out. And then I'm going to just stir that and baste it on with a basting brush. So before I do that, I'm going to replace the top. I've got my little oven. I still haven't gotten my stove yet. My stove broke down this past summer, my oven, and it's an older Kenmore stove, and they just don't make parts for what is called the motherboard. So I had to order a new oven, a new stove. And that's been on order since October. And we just got word that we should be getting it in a couple of weeks. So it's probably sitting somewhere off of the California coast. So what I'm doing now is I'm brushing the tops of the rolls with the butter. See? The reason for the parchment paper was just for cleanup purposes. You don't have to use parchment paper if you choose not to. And again, in our household, everything is better with garlic, so that's why I added the garlic to the rolls. So I want to do the sides of the rolls. If I can get my little brush in there, not so good, so I guess I won't. But that's ready. As soon as my oven, I'm going to put this covered into the oven. And it's a good thing I looked over to the side here, because I'm going to take this back off real quickly and add, you know, you never have enough cheese. So I'm just going to put some of this cheese over the meat mixture. Like so. Never enough cheese, in my opinion. Okay, now the top's going back on. And then I'm going to cover this with some foil. And I will put it into my little oven for, I think I have 25 minutes on there. And then I'll take the foil off and bake it for an additional 2 minutes. And once it's done baking, I'm going to put the rest of the butter over that. So stay tuned. Okay, look how beautiful they look. So what I'm going to do is, with the leftover butter, the seasoned butter, I'm going to brush on the tops of these gorgeous babies. And then I'm going to serve them with some shredded lettuce, some taco sauce, and tomatoes, sliced, diced tomatoes. So I don't want this butter to go to waste, so I'm just going to simply pour it on here, and then I will brush it. You know, the more butter, the better. Okay. Looks gorgeous. So just brush it in, let it set for a minute. All right, this is what they look like. And what you can do is just take the top off and put your lettuce, tomato, taco seasoning, whatever, or taco sauce, I'm sorry, and enjoy. I'll take a bite just the way it is right now to see how it tastes. Ooh. Oh my gosh. Delicious. You've got to give it a try. Cooking Cronies, an easy recipe. Hope you enjoy it. Hope you give it a try. Let us know. Give us a thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel. Take care. God bless.